Blue. I'm going to go with the blue-green. Ready? Oh, am I live?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, my love. I didn't realise. All right, I'm going to go live here. Boom. Right now, if you've forgiven me.
Whoa.
Bless you. That was sudden and violent.
Yeah, like our marriage.
What?
Like our marriage.
We don't have a violent marriage. It was sudden.
Hey,
Howdy.
Kalia.
Hello.
Hey, Sticks.
Swipe right to view more comments.
Oh.
I can see the comments. What do you mean to view more comments? There's only 7 people here right now. I just got it. I
Hi,
don't know.
YouTube.
This whole new revamp thing is doing my melon in, to be honest with you. Hello, everyone on YouTube as well. We are filming on the YouTube. Hello, Lily. Pleased to meet you.
Hey,
I
Alexa.
haven't been live in a while.
No.
Usually used to be live. Used to go live like every three times.
Yeah, twice.
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Been too busy just trying to catch up on reading. To be honest with you, it's been crazy. All the stuff with Newt. Hey, hello, Zoe Witch. Hi. But he's doing much better. Look at him. He looks all majestic. And he's fattened out a bit.
He's made a comeback.
He made it a comeback. Yeah, good boy. Yes, he is.
How's the weather, Catalina?
Yeah, how is the weather? Hi. Oh. Who tried your tea? Because she had a very long pause when you said, "Did you refill the kettle?" She's like,
It's a little salty, but it's not like it was earlier.
I think it was half and half. Instead of refilling the kettle, she just filled it and left what was in there already. It doesn't bode well.
It doesn't.
It does not bode well. Thank you.
The
He
fires
is.
have stopped.
Yay! Have more fire watches though. He is. Look at him. Oh, thank you.
He's tripping balls. He just had his medicine.
He just took his medicine, and the capsule form kind of trips him out a bit more than the injection does. It's kind of weird to watch. But you know.
I mean, it's saving his life. So.
Saving his life, can't complain. I mean, if he gets to trip balls at the same time, more power to him. Over here.
Hello.
Literally always been there. So now he's like, oh.
They light up.
Oh, the colours.
Hey, Sunar. Hey, Sunar. Yeah.
Hello, Sunar. Sorry. Hello.
We're also live.
We're also live on YouTube as well.
So.
And on TikTok. Also.
Oh, hey, deep fried friend. He smells colors. Hey, Once Upon an Anime. Hey, Experiment 2626. Oh my lord.
626.
Key. Hey, Nerds and Geeks. Ooh, it's super dry and windy. Ooh, you're cool.
Who is? Who, me? Thank you.
I got your tip, Lily. And I got your tip, Count Dracula.
Have you noticed Willow says cool now?
Cool.
She goes, coo. Coo.
Oh, thanks. Thanks for saying hi.
Oh, thank you.
So what are we doing tonight, Papa?
We're doing readings.
Oh my gosh, what?
Bone readings. Tarot readings. Poem readings, if you like. My kitty, he is called Newt because he's got one eye. Eye of Newt. know. Dad joke. But it suits him.
Am I original? Yeah. And I love that TikTok sound.
Please stop. I hear that so much. Now Rye plays it as well. My goodness. Hopefully he is. Can I tell me what I'm doing now? Of course. You're looking at your phone. Anyway. Shall we begin?
Yeah.
Shall I do an announcement first?
Yeah.
Or shall I just do the readings? You
No.
watch the read. No? I'll do an announcement then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm very well, thank you. Now, special feelings only for my wife. Now, if you would like a reading, they are $11.11. You can tip more, but that's purely out of generosity. But thank you if you do. You can tip via Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo. Link is in the link tree in my bio. Please remember to leave your username and a question if you have a question. If you don't have a question, general's fine. That way we can find you and we know your reading. Gets things quicker, gets it off to a start because you want to get your reading fast. I get it. Now, well, I'll begin and then you'll see, all right? Okay. Count Dracula. I've been feeling presences lately. Ooh. And I received a reading that Diana and Mercury were around me. I'd like to get a confirmation if this is true and if it's okay, any advice on moving forward with them. Certainly. Just the cards for this. Boom, boom, boom. Interesting. At the center stands the self and two behind. The earthly presence of the self, that of fire, Mercury, and air. Nice. Who's Diana, by the way? Swift, like the arrow in many ways. Here, Diana is more present within this card. There is a form of some kind of like, it's almost like you have everything all along. It's all there. It's always been there. And yet you're not using it. Diana again. This seems to be a call out from Diana more than anything else, preferably or probably because this is the deity that you need to work with more in this life for the time being. Start with them. First start with them. Focus, broaden outwards. You're welcome. I just said thank you. You're welcome. Sorry, it's been away. That's sweet. That's very sweet. Thank you. I hope that helps. That's the one I was supposed to say. It's been so long. It's been a week, literally, but it feels longer.
It's been 2 weeks, actually.
It's been 2 weeks.
Last time was on the 10th.
It's been 2 weeks. Lily GK, bones or cards? Does the future hold anything between me and Josh? For those of you who are new to this, you are about to see what I am most famous for, in that sense, apart from sticking things to my head. The self here. Love is of the sideline, but not directly ahead of you. There is a sadness to this, but it comes from a place of security for the other. There is something in the way of transition for them, and this it does not make them feel secure for it to be followed. Here, there is this in the matter of work, education, but something that holds great things for you. Doubt rests against it as well. Perhaps not yourself, but the other. Here, control of form of pain and opportunities of love. There is happiness here. Forms of friendship seem to be strengthening more and more daily. However, this courage may be required to take it where it needs to be, to face that in the way of fear, to open up more completely. It is not about what the other person reciprocates, it is simply what you put forward first. Love responds well to courage. Here, the unknown. Feelings that are hidden furthermore than you may think. There is love or the possibility of great love there. But this one is more afraid and is not as brave as you are. A journey of healing for two people may come together from this if you can step up to that, if you can declare. I hope that helps. You're most welcome. Oopsie.
Ooh, smooth jazz.
Oh, I love it. Feel like I'm just taking a very slow stroll down Sesame Street. It's all about jazz, Sesame Street. Have you not noticed? There's a lot of jazz in it. A lot of saxophones.
Did you pull it back up?
Nope. Now I did. Now, who's next here? Kaylee, YouTube. Hello, Kaylee. What's this? Stop messing around. I've got a reading to do. Oh, I like that. I want to do it again. It made me feel good. Anyways, my love, can you change it back, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. Upcoming important events in my life: love, job, and fate. Oh, it sounds like another Bones to me. He is a sweet baby. Look at his little baby face. He's tripping balls at the moment because of his medication, but he is a lovely baby. Oh, you're on here, aren't you? So you're going to need a bit of a closer view anyways. There is transition, something that may change. Forms of control, self-evident of love for the self. A pain, though, a pain that may eat away at a happiness. Family seems to be involved in this, however. There is fear to speak something, to speak a truth, to tell others of what may be occurring or what may be coming. It is that of a choice. Courage, however, must be taken for this. There is strength to do so. There is also intuition and that of spiritual clarity, as though the pull is strong enough because everything aligns to do so. Security and doubt are pushed aside. There is no need and no time for that. It is the time to seize opportunities. This, in the way of work, holds something in the way of memory for you, something new coming to you in the lines of work, especially. And there is this. You say life events. I think it is more than this. There is something here that is almost feels like an anniversary sort of thing, something to do with others or family. Do not forget where you came from and do not forget that place of healing. Regardless of how similar you may find yourself in the same surroundings with the same people, you are not the same. They may try to treat you as such. Don't let them. I hope that helps. Leanne Elizabeth D.
Her birthday is soon. I think that's the anniversary.
Oh, that may be it. Forms of a gathering, people to celebrate something. You're most welcome, Kaylee. Leanne Elizabeth D, do you have a question? No, not a long list at all. Hello, mares and mermaids. Hello. Yes. Where do you learn about things like this? I was taught many things by my family. This is something unique to me. Well, not just to me, but something I've done since I was a child. Homes and such. Just a general. Got you. Well, I presume you can see it.
Nothing.
Respondent says here, there is something in the way of a fixed state. There is a strength. This strength, this form of stubbornness, is almost immovable for you. And yet it comes from this. It is that which is unknown, but that which stands beside you. In other words, there is someone else here. Judging where it stands from the point of this, you have a parent who is incredibly stubborn, if not both of them. This is all right. It is a good trait. Trust me, I'm stubborn. So is Amanda. Our kids are incredibly stubborn. But here, there is fear against something in the way of exposure of something. Perhaps a change of plans, seizing something of your own to do, to change and shape the form of your future. Here, transition leads towards this of work or education. Perhaps it is this form of stubbornness, however, that creates friction. There is this in the way of clarity over a decision that has been in the past, rethinking or revising it. Here, there is control, though there is much in the way of happiness. It is one of these things as though there is happiness, there is clarity, and yet at the same time, there is a worry of upsetting someone about something like this. Forms of love seem quite secure in a past sense as well. There is anxiety, and it is placed directly upon that of communication. However, it is that communication that leads directly to change within certain systems of friends and family, and also to warrant the success that you may have because of it. I hope that helps. Oh, he's up, look. Also, my wife put my phone in and it doesn't work. There we go. She doesn't know how these things work.
Wow.
This is
Thanks.
my territory. This bit. She does all the other technological things. Oh, Sierra Stone. There you are. Sierra Stone. You're cute. You're all majestic. No, don't touch me. You just made me eat that bloody massive pill. You're most welcome. Sierra Stone, tarot. Nice, got it. Any specific question? Just tarot. You know, I got a new deck a little while back when I was out looking at flutes. It's a black cat, not a bear. What? Did I miss something?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. He's doing well. Look at his little face. Where am I? All right. He does have one eye. Oh, there he goes. He's gone for a crap, probably. Now, pertains to me, it's always good. There is something here in a struggle. It is a struggle that you are trying to work, though. It's been a long road in that sense for you, and in the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords, it is this. It is not the sense of a demon that you are fighting, as though an inner demon, but it is something similar. It is more like that of a goal, an idea, a journey with a destination. That destination, you are closer, but at the same point, you may feel tired. The King of Cups here offers nourishment. This form of nourishment is of an emotional kind. There is something here that is about to happen for you. The Fool. The Fool is a good card. It is not a warning of falling rather than belief. Something here needs to pop up again. Something here needs to reaffirm that. The Three of Swords is a form of betrayal, and the Two of Cups is that within two different forms of opinion. This may have been what has caused that rift, that sort of slump. However, it will not be for long. There is something. I do not know what. A new addition? The Three of Batons means that there is a journey to be taken, but a new one comes along. Something else is brought to the table. More than just friendship in this form. If I would say this, I would say you're about to have a child. Not about to have a child, but there is a child within your close to near future. Oh, thank you very much. That helps. Where are we? Kitty King 85. General Tarot again. Gotcha. Let's say hardly. I was very contently single. Fast forward 5 years, 3 kids, marriage, new country. Because, in truth, we aren't actually in control. It is merely the illusion of control that keeps us all complacent. Oh. Kitty King. The Five of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands. The Five of Cups here is that which has been lost to you. It can mean mourning, but it is not usually as serious as mourning as in that of a death. Oh, thank you. It is more than that. It is more like a loss of a friendship, or perhaps that of love. Change of plans in many ways, having to redirect things. Hello, Brandy. There is a nice form of finance coming to you in some way. It is not massive, it is not small, but it is something. It is something there. Hello, Lady of the Pines. It is something there that is fairly good in that regard. Wasn't it? The Four of Wands. The Four of Wands entails with these other two cards very nicely. It is that in the way of a celebration because of it. It alleviates some form of stress for you, something in the way of sacrifice that you may have had to make. You can then regain. You may even decide that that form of sacrifice you no longer need or want, but you can actually strive for something better instead due to this form of windfall. I hope that helps. 3 good cards. This tea's all right. It's a bit soft, but it's all right.
I think it'll be very right tomorrow.
Oh, yes, it'll be fine. It'll be absolutely fine. It seems that when you boil it, it just makes it more concentrated, you know. No worries, neither have I. This is my first live in a week or 2 weeks or something like that. Experiment 626. Not bad as days go, you know. Can't complain, busy. Hello there. Do you have a question, Experiment 626? How you been? All right. When did I start practicing? I was born into it. Yes, I'm one of those terribly big-headed evil people that you hear about from other witches nowadays who were born into the graft. Uh, but to be honest, it was one of those things that just picked up and then stopped and then picked up again a few years later. Well, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for someone to respond with
They're
a
here.
question.
They said hi twice.
Yeah, and I asked them, do they have a question?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. My aunts were both witches, and they're the ones who raised me. It's all right. Pick up and stop. It's important. It's our way of rebelling, I found. I went into being an archaeologist. It was the most I could rebel with still being kind of weird and on the outskirts of society and still have to work with bones. Yeah. I don't know if you have experiment 626. I don't know if you have a question. I haven't seen a question. I'll give you a general bone if you like.
How would I get you to be a mentor? That one.
Yeah, I saw that one. I didn't see the other one.
Yeah.
I am not. I am not a mentor.
A teacher.
Teaching is different. Guiding is different. Mentoring, no. I don't stand over you and slap you on the wrist if you do it wrong, because there is no wrong in this way. If I taught you how and where's and what to do all the time, then you would never make a mistake. And then the moment I wasn't there, you'd make a big fucking mistake and we'd all be fucked. No. It's trial and error, but it's your path, not mine. The moment you start to follow my path, it becomes a religion. And further on down the line, there are problems. All right, general list. Hang on a second. I didn't see your question, but we'll see what pops up in this. Oh, I need to do this one. Oh, you want to see that? I have a patron, though. When we have a Discord where we do homeworks and such, and book clubs and other things, you know. Now, the self, nicely situated between the crow and the serpent. Two forms of very passionate, very kinetic forms of energy here. There is love, and yet there is also a pain that runs through this in the way of opportunity. Is it doubt? Possibly. Doubt seems to be on the other side of this when it comes to this form of passion. When it comes to forms of planning, motivation to get up and go ahead with something, there is this, others as well. This forms of focus and courage coming into it, but it's almost as though you are being steered off to the side by something regarding love, if not love itself. There is this in the way of an unknown, perhaps an admirer, something like that. There is clarity over that which is a fear, but also the necessity to take up that fear and run with it. Passion, frustration, strength, this linear with the two capping them off is almost that of a temper. It's not a bad temper in that sense, but it flares this form of passion, and it can create obstacles where it can also, if harnessed and directed, could also create doors. This in the way of choice, there is success, but also sadness in some degree because of this. Dynamite, for instance, can be used to I don't know, help you open up a bank vault, but it could also be used to blow off someone's head. That's the point of this. It depends on the destructive nature of how you use it. Here, there is forms of happiness. There is security within something here, which is a really nice thing. It's a form of healing. It seems that there is this thing at the moment coming to you of being able to heal from a past sense of self, matters of control over that as well, allowing you to have time to just breathe, to just take some time to rest and recuperate, which is always important. It is important also to voice your doubts. Remember, please, no exploding heads. Remember, please, voice doubts, voice concerns with the people that those doubts, what's the word? Entail, I suppose, incorporate, whatever, that word. The word I can't think of. That's the one. He really likes laying on that. I think so. You're most welcome. Sunar87 on YouTube. Hello. Now, general reading, tarot or bone, whichever you think is best. There is a lot going on in my life and I don't know how to move forward or what to do. Many thank yous. Chuck a good morning. Thank you very much. That's very sweet. Okay, well, let's do with tarot. So I use these tarot, or is it just because they're new?
Whatever you think.
Now, oh, there's a lot to be said in just one card there. The one card that came out was this, the Page of Swords. I like that one. It's a really nice one. The Page of Swords, in other words, on how to move forward. It doesn't matter as long as you move. There's the Ace of Pentacles. Moving gets the ball rolling. The Ace of Pentacles is this in the way of a financial situation that seems to be stopping something for you, stopping something from happening. But at the same time, it's an excuse. Oftentimes, it is the first excuse that we have when we want something to change in our lives. But I can't afford it. And yet, countless amount of people can afford lots of other things they can't actually afford because either they're a necessity or they want it and it's easier to obtain. In truth, we give ourselves excuses for one reason. We're scared. This leads to this. It is this in the way of death. The Four of Swords. It is not the normal form of death like the Death card. This is that and the old aspect of self rather than a new beginning. The Seven of Wands and the King of Wands are both reversed. These two together paint a very pretty picture of something. The Seven of Wands against the King of Wands is basically that of which cannot be achieved, yet still you are forcing your way against it. Sometimes we don't need to actually push to try, and sometimes where we are, we need to accept it. We need to be where we are. We need to kind of sit and be acclimatized to where we are and allow it to pass over us. This is something that I think is one of those things that right now, whatever is happening to you, most importantly, is that you take care of yourself. Hello, Sigurina. Most importantly is that you take care of yourself and stock up, basically. Same way. It is a storm, but storms do pass. You can't fight a storm, you must bear it. And I think that is what it is. I hope that helps you. The small changes. I did say moving forward, but then again, that is the same thing in that sense. The small changes often help you. Don't try and focus too much on the big changes. The big changes are too difficult and they look like they'll make everything better. But in truth, it's the little things daily that we do. That's what get us through. Most welcome. Diabol and Musica. What should I focus on in my spiritual path?
They said they have a more detailed question they'd like to put in the chat.
Where?
Starting a
What?
research period of my spiritual path, what do the bones cards recommend for me to research?
Right. The bones or cards? Or either.
You pick. Bones
I'll do cards.
Hey, Platter.
Yeah, we haven't been here for a little while. I've been trying to catch up on back orders. We're almost there.
This week is
This week, by the end of this week, all the orders that have been made so far will be out.
Well, except
the ones ordered this like right now. Like, yeah.
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah. Quite have a day off at some point because I haven't had one. For, when I don't know. I don't know. 2 weeks.
You've done readings
I'm
every
just
day.
every day doing readings. I've never been in this office so much. Now, the page of wands. The page of wands is the journey. Him who sets out, or they who set out on a journey, the beginning of something. Ooh. Titles, the forms of judgment, but I see it more as the lovers in that sense. It is that in the way of communication. This card, it is about you and your spirit. Your truth. Your truth within your spiritual path. It is about the segregation between truth of spirit and the ego. The ego is that which remains. Oftentimes, the ego is what remains. We may call it a wraith or a white. Yes, that is all that is. It is an echo of what we were, not what we are any longer. This, in this sense, do not listen to anyone. This is more of an advice, I feel, but this is like, do not listen to anyone who says that you must give up all forms of material stuff and live a very pious life. It's full of bullshit. None of that ever got anyone anywhere. You are a creature of flesh and blood and living in a material world that needs all those things that material world has to offer.
You're a material girl.
Living in a material world. The Emperor. 9 of Wands. There are forms of work here for you when it comes to do with healing, especially in healing others eventually. Honestly, that's what all spiritual work eventually boils down to, friends. It is like a disease. Your spiritual work is to heal yourself, but in the process, you heal others in strange ways. That is your truth. That is what you are. In the way of what you would like to lean towards, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're into brujeria, voodoo, Wiccan, kitchen witch, you want to be a green witch, you want to be a druidic witch, you want to be a sea witch, a forest witch, it doesn't matter. You are only going to be the one ever witch of your kind ever. That's the point. Your relationship with the world around you is only available to you and none other. Remember that. It's really important. People are so quick to fit themselves into little boxes. You don't have to. It's unique to you. Hello, Irene. I hope that helps. Oh, you got another one.
This is for their
Sibling.
sitting next to them. Yeah.
Rain.
Sibling name is Rain.
What does my path look like in the near future? What is that emoji thing? What does that say? What is that? Love? Does that mean love? Does that mean love?
Yeah, I think that means love path.
General romantic path. Okay. I'm old and I don't understand emojis. I'm sorry. Yep. It smells like Florida water, to be honest. Isn't a bad thing. I love the smell of Florida water. All right. Three. Oh. This one was the wrong way round originally. But then when we turn it up, okay. There's a couple of things you need to know here. There is something in the way of romance for you that is happening fairly fast. The Chariot is that which speeds up. Things are coming at you quite fast. You may have to think quite fast in the way of things to do with romantic situations with people. One person in particular. I am going to warn you against this person. I don't usually do this. I let life folds out as it folds out. But for you, I am going to do it. This person can be very charming, but also forceful. Tells people where they should go and what they should do as though they are the leader of the pack always. They have dark hair. It's black hair. Thick eyebrows. That's all I know about them. But however, this is only a mask for this. The turmoil within inside them will soon enough leak out to you. There are forms of stubbornness there, things that will stop you from having a more prosperous form of relationship if you go down that path with them. It is be the first form of love or first form of romance that you will come across from now to then. Oh, there was a woman there the whole time, and she looked quite stern. She was like had like what do they call those things? Those things around the neck. What are those beads called with the cross on them? That's it. That's it. Rosary. She had a rosary bead around her neck the whole time. Anyways, I hope that helps you. That's the one. Where are we? My love, you need to go up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
3 bells.
3 bells. Hello, 3 bells. You're most welcome. I don't usually get strong things in like that unless it's important. I don't often tell people, but there's something there was very insistent that I tell you to stay away from that particular person. Woohoo! 3 bells, bones. Go, 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 go. Is communication where love is concerned. Oh, have we been talking to someone? Possibly. Let's have a look. There is doubt over something in the way of frustration. Perhaps they are not close to you. Maybe. I don't know yet. There is a sadness that you come from. This is something that is beginning to pass in the way of that sadness, and there is this form of creativity that is coming back that you may have lost or felt disconnected from. This is good, but it's not just completely down to them. Don't give them all the credit. Hey, here, forms of finance, there is this regain of something, there is happiness, there is great opportunity in this sense as well. Something that you know very well that feels secure to you to fall back on in some fashion. This, however, is a cathartic form of healing. Do not delve too deeply into forms of work or something like it. Here, that in the way of a pain, journey, control, the pain doesn't really get a look in. It is more that which you try to hide from through forms of work or projects or something like that. Here, fear, sense of others in some way, worrying about what others may say or think to do with something. It doesn't matter though. There is this in the way of decision. There is strong decisions for you, although there is anxiety. Perhaps going to meet someone or something like this. It's good though. Here, there is clarity over that which is not seen. And then once that is seen, this in the sense of the mask, that of the person, courage and success come after. I hope that helps. We are, yes. Jackalee, General. I'll do a bones, Jackalee. You're most welcome. Other bones coming up. I should have a bell. Ding! Bones. Oh, that would be stupid. Anyway. What's the matter with you? Why won't you do it? Goes on. What are you there? The head of the serpent. There is passion. Passion can lead to frustration. Frustration can lead to jealousy. Why, though? There is this in the way of opportunity to do with either work or education, some form of treasure to be beheld. Here, the past and forms of self sabotage or betrayal in this form, that in the way of conflict as well. that may stifle forms of creativity are beginning to move further away. Soon enough, this form of creativity, this intuition, can be trusted again, it seems. Here, there is this control, gaining control over something that is a fear, where there is a pain of something that rests upon it. Love be at the center of it, and sadness be below it, and yet happiness is still there. Why? Ah, the self. The self in its different aspect, I suppose. This in the way of healing. The regard for yourself. There is something in this healing that has changed you and the way that you perceive things. You are stronger. This is good. There is success to this where there is strength as well. The strength to see something for what it is, not what it once was. Here, forms of decision, perhaps even sacrifice to be made. There is anxiety, but it does not come close to the mark. Others in some form as well. Security. This is all a cast of someone who is much stronger than they once were, someone who is more resolute and will not be taken for granted. I hope that helps. It's not Mama's birthday. Everyone calm down.
It was last week.
It's not. It was last week.
Yeah. It was last week. Andrea Vians, General.
You're most welcome, Jacqueline. Who?
Andrea Vians.
I need to see it. I need to see it. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Otherwise, I'm very visual in that sense. I need to see it. Otherwise, I don't. Andrea Evians. Andrea Vines. Andrea Vanes. Andrea Vians. Andrea Vians. Said it. Bones, General. Or just General. General.
We can do them.
We can do Bones. I had enough trouble saying your name, let alone choosing which one. Right, let's go. Love is pretty solid in this sense. There is communications, happiness, this in the way of insight, understanding. There is something here that is set to the future, something that you want. Control over this, decisions on how to get it, sacrificing that which may be wanted now for that which can be had that is greater later. Here, the past, future, there is a fear. There is transition that moves away from that fear. Perhaps you worry. Doesn't matter though. Look, this is wonderful. This is also something good as well. It's that of it's not just healing, but it's a form of almost like generational healing or something like that that you're going through. What we have here, there is security, and yet there is something that may threaten this form of security, but it comes from within rather than an external force. You are a worrier, perhaps. You overthink or overplan such things, perhaps. This opportunity, worrying too much about that opportunity, yet it happens regardless, whether or not you worry about it. Here, courage. Courage to obtain that which you feel you deserve. It's all a matter of how much you believe you deserve it when it comes to you. I hope that helps. Are there any more YouTubes yet?
Yeah.
Because this camera is bumming out. So if we can I don't know, fast forward. I don't know, if you wanted to, I don't know. Almost what? What?
And then go off YouTube? Or?
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
I would just leave it like halfway up and halfway down so you don't have to move it anymore. A little bit more up.
There.
Okay, that works.
All right. Right, I need you to move up again though, love, because I can't see. Thanks. Pony. Hello, Pony. My daughter mentioned to me recently that a teacher at her school makes her uncomfortable and stares at her a lot, which of course made me very concerned. I only know him as Coach Tony, and I was just asking for clarity and guidance on this. Oh dear. Hello, Pony.
Yeah, I listen
I
to
turn things the wrong way round. It's the way I turn. You see, I turn it like this, and then it's upside down. So I turn it like this, and it's still upside down. I have to turn it from the side. I do it every time, and I'm like, why are they all upside down? So I'm a moron. Right. The Three of Cups. The Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is that of forms of friendship. Not much else in the way of that. The Nine of Coins. There's a little bit more than friendship in that regards. Anyway, you see those two celebrating in some form there. The Queen of Batons and the Six of Swords, which is forms of defense. The first two cards are her, the second two cards are you or someone else. In other words, preemptive measures should be taken, probably regardless, if I'm honest, but should still be taken. Don't put off what you may regret not doing, you know? Not that you can accuse in any sense, but in the same way you could just perhaps get them to mention it to someone that makes them uncomfortable. Or you could, carefully. No, I know. So, that's why I'm saying. Don't do that.
But nothing's happened.
Creepy vibes, but nothing's happened. Is there a potential? I wouldn't like to say, because I don't want to say that about someone in that sense, but at the same time, what I would say is make a phone call about it. Make a phone call just in general, like they just mentioned that it makes them uncomfortable. There's no harm in saying that. If it does make them uncomfortable, that's a fair enough. That's a valid thing. You can't just dismiss it. Yeah. Anyways. I know you, Pony. General reading regarding this. Lorelai. Mm. Seven of Swords is here again. There's forms of defense in some way. This form of defense, however, is that of the past primarily, and the past being constantly combated while trying to also enjoy that of the future or present, shall we say. It is a difficult one. In time, however, it will come good of this. The Fool is that of forms of joy, happiness, abundance in this form that there is this matter of faith and above all trust. Five of Coins, reversed. It's not so bad as the Five of Coins, to be honest. The reverse of this is actually quite nice because the Four of Coins follow the right way round, and the Four of Coins means that no, there isn't exactly everything that everyone may want here in some forms with relationship and stuff like that, but there is a fantastic amount of headway being done in this sense. Look at the picture itself, that of a harvest being collected, taken out. It's good. It's good. Lavender, nice. Anyway, I hope that helps. Sorry, I got lost in lavender. I miss lavender. It was Norfolk is quite famous for lavender. Yeah. Cook with it, make drinks with it. Anyways, Mikey's burner phone. Can I please have a bones read? My question is, what will happen between me and Quinn in the near future? Thank you for all you do. Oh, thank you. Oh, yes, it is good. It is good. There's nothing bad there. Now, here is the self. One thing this is saying is that you have everything in the way of good. Oops. Everything in the way of good here. As you look out, worrying so much about this sporadic. You see this? You see you're here, and then there is this, and then behind you there is this. There is forms of decisions, choice. There is conflict. There is pain. There is frustration. There is an opportunity of love from external sources that are unwanted in the past sense that lead to sadness and loss of control. All of these things are a worry for you. And yet, what you forget to see as you look out upon all this in what may happen is this: success, security, change, yet forms of travel that go with it. There is doubt there, fine. Happiness. And this in the way of that which is known, that which is treasured. It is not always that of work or something like that, but it is good. This is enough. Love does not need so much to survive. You know that. It doesn't need all of those things. It doesn't need all those things to survive. All it needs is someone else to love. Everything else is circumstantial. History teaches us that. I hope that helps. Astrid Ella. Hello, Astrid Ella. You're most welcome. Any chance of another cup of tea, sir?
Really should skip, but okay.
What?
Right there?
Hello. I'm sorry, brother. General messages. I'm sorry.
Babe,
Oh.
no.
Sorry. Why?
Astrid, I didn't get your tip.
Oh, we didn't get your tip. My bad, Astrid. I did not get your tip.
You said you tipped in the chat, but then I tried to tag you a few times and ask you if you could try and resend it. What platform was it on?
All right. Well, while we're doing that, I'll skip you. Thank you, Lindsay. Thank you, Lindsay. Bones, question. I am torn between two jobs: cemetery admin assistant, passion, less pay, versus fingerprinting specialist. Interesting. Very interesting. Better pay, benefits. I really want the cemetery gig. Please insight on which to focus on. Interview soon. Thank you. Oh, I see. Opportunity leads to nothing if that in the way of passion is not there. There is money here. There is happiness, yes, and yet there is pain. This something does not sit right. That which is unknown, feeling of loss of control of something here, the past, strength. There is success, love, sadness is resting against it. Fine. But this is a clear divide. This way, there is comfort, but opportunity, forms of success, difficult to say, for it is almost a split even keel between the two. If I was to say, it seems here, that this in the way of your own success, your own personal wants, then definitely go with the cemetery. There is more of this in the way of passion for what you want to do. There is also other things that could take you to things that will be even more of a love of that sense and take you to new forms of passion, new forms of meaning in life. This one, there is security in sense, there is this form of control, but ultimately there is this weighing, nagging feeling here and here that you may have missed something, that you may not have made the right choice. Do what makes you passionate.
Mm-hmm.
You'll sleep better at night if you think you've missed out on an extra bit of money. Do what earns you an extra bit of money, and you'll lose more sleep wondering if you missed out on something that you were passionate about. Every time. I hope that helps. You're most welcome.
I got you, Holly Kate. I did.
Was that not resolved?
No, I don't see it. So.
Oh. Slay Chelsea. General Bones. Let's have a look. Getting to the point, I should stop doing that. Now my fingers don't even click. They don't even click. They don't even bother. Okay. Move over a bit there. Here, there's a nice sense of something new coming. There is intrepidation to join the fold of something here, and yet happiness is very clear. There's a warmth and a comfort that comes from it. Here, this is a pain, and yet from this, opportunity. Doing something you don't want to do will prove beneficial for you and your furtherment of your path. Here, there is success. There is also forms of change, transition, and travel. There is also elements of money here to make up for something that may have become a bit of an expensive venture for you in the past. Put you back in the black, as they say. Now, this is a sadness, forms of depression almost in that regard. It sits over that in the way of conversation, talk, security. This is a necessity to talk this through in some form. This is healing for you. It is good. For this, fear, frustration, strength wills out, determination, and control. It comes good. Stick with it. Jump in with both feet. There is something coming for you, and you need to meet it head on, because there is the making of something. I hope that helps. What's going on? What are you doing?
I thought you weren't going to touch it.
I know, but I can't help touching things. That's how we got managed. How we got these 3 kids.
Oh boy. Thanks.
You're most welcome.
Both. You respond so quickly.
Some water.
You have 2, 4. We need to put in a request.
My love, you need to move the thingy because I can't see.
Wow. Calm down.
Thank you. Well, you're the one like, come on. And then you're like, I just
Wonderful weirdo.
leave that. Hello, wonderful weirdo. Financial career. Do not read out loud. Do not read. I'm going to do cards for this one. And those cards are going to be these. Hello. I don't know what's going on with this music. I feel like I'm in a strip club. Not that I've ever been in a strip club, to be honest. Someone tried to get me in a strip club once. That was most embarrassing. They did. No, this is not me bragging. This is the weirdest, most strangest thing that ever happened to me. Okay, someone got me into a strip club. I won't say who because they were a relative. It wasn't my dad. That would be weird. That would just make it weird. Now, anyways, they went for
an attack?
What?
Because of what happened last week or whatever.
What do you mean? What is an attack?
You said it wasn't my dad because that would be weird.
Well, it would be weird if my father took me to a strip club.
Yeah, okay,
Anyways, it wasn't my dad. It was someone else. Okay, someone who wasn't Zal. And they went. Now this isn't a brag thing. This is genuinely. I found it quite weird. They went for a dance. Someone approached me and said, "Would you like a dance?" I was like, "No." Anyway, I got talking to them and was like, what? I don't even see, like, honestly, I don't really see the appeal of, someone doing this when they don't actually want to. I like the fact that someone actually is attracted to you. Anyways, I went along that, had a nice chat. He came back from his dance and I was like, "Are you happy now?" Because it was like 2 a.m. on the streets of wherever we were. And I got the stripper's number, which was weird. I never called her though. It was very strange.
weird, convoluted story.
It was very strange.
I liked it or not.
Well, I didn't call her because I was like, "That's not for me. I'm looking for something particular." And you knew that. I was looking for you for a long time. And then I found you. I found you maybe
You found
4
me?
months later. Well, you tomato. And now you call her Moderator. Sorry. Where am I? Is this... You deleted the thing and now I've forgotten.
Yeah, it's Sigurvina.
No, it was someone else. But you're
wonderful
weirdo. Thank you.
Wondering about their business.
Yes, right. I've remembered now. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This makes sense now. The sun. This is that in which basically forms of what you said, a new direction in that way. The world here, I love this representation of the world. It's so much better than the other ones on most cards. This here seems to be forms of teamwork, different forms of aspects, different pairs of hands, different sets of eyes in this way. There is judgment over this, that which may go under forms of scrutiny for you in the way of business. But ultimately, the Ace of Wheels comes here, and the Ace of Wheels is that in the way of return, forms of finance, success, and abundance that are brought in. It is a pretty deck, isn't it? I hope that helps. Sorry about that. And you had a strange little story there about strippers. You know what? The only thing I took from that when they took me to that place was that for a pint of Guinness, it cost me £11. £11. Most pubs you could at least get 3 or 4 pints of Guinness for that. Outrageous. Outrageous. Anyways.
Okay. So
I said that as well when I was there. Anyway. Go.
Sigurvina next, and then if you go back to Astrid.
Okay, we're there. Okay. All right. Sigurvina. What was my altar why was my altar knocked over today? What are my guides trying to tell me that is in my highest happiness to do? If there's time, was it that my grandma that knocked it over? I think it happened very strange to me on my altar yesterday. I have the stag skull, and I replenish with a candle, plop on top of the head in between the antlers, to represent the old one. And I didn't have any more of the black candles or the red ones, but I had a nice pink one, long one, big one. Stuck that on, lit it, sat back down. It was about 11 o'clock at night. Carried on working. Then something just went fizzle, fizzle, pop, and the candle exploded. Um, the whole side. You saw it, didn't you, my love? The whole side of the candle exploded, and the actual wick coiled itself up inside and only burnt at both ends. It was very strange. Um, anyways, I'm guessing he just didn't like pink candles, so I was like, fair enough. Anyways, let's have a look. It was really weird. I'm seeing something small. I don't know what it is either. When's the last time you went to the ocean? 2 days ago? Yesterday? No pink candles for the old one, that's for sure. Here, it's been a while. Here, the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is someone who brings in that which is a promise, something to hold, something to invest in some form. In the center, we have the Three of Swords, that which is a pain, that which hurts. It is not merely the facade of the pain, it is the truth behind it. Such things are beyond our control, as much as we would wish them to be, and yet maybe it's a good reason that they aren't in our control. For would we be honest with ourselves? This energy comes in. It faces the other way. It counters. This energy is telling you to get up and kick someone's ass. Is that in the way of love? Right now, I think it is your grandmother. For I think you and I are both aware that I've done this before, and your grandmother, I'm familiar. But more to the point, the fact that it is your Freya altar is saying that that is not truth. Telling you that the representation of love that there is not that. Love and spirit, in that sense, is a facade, and you have something stronger. You have a true representation of love within. Do not place anything affiliated to anyone else who is false to do with that altar, which is your love, not theirs. Theirs is tainted. I hope that helps. I'm not going to cry.
Ew. No crying here.
Dusty. Dusty. There's an overwhelming feeling of love and comfort then come through me, and I was like, oh no, no, don't do this to me. You're most welcome. Astrid Ella, hello there. Now, general messages. Let's have a look, shall we? I do need to move the camera a little bit, my love. There we go. Is it okay if we have snacks and a refresh? It's all right. I'm just. If that's okay, thank you. Was Mo okay?
Yeah, she wants to.
I'm gonna crack out the pen for this. Now, we'll come to this in a minute. Self here, there is this in the way of a journey of healing. It feels as though there is something like this in the way of separation that has caused a rift in forms of pain. It is the familiarity that is missing, and that familiarity still holds a void, whether or not it was good or bad. Here, there is strength, love, spirit, control between the two. There is success here. There is much in the way of success, but this is not just monetarily successful. There is this, others, family or friends, opportunities, it seems, that are presented through them for some reason. Yet, here, is pain that touches this happiness, forms of doubt to it. It is merely because of this form of past sense. It comes about again. This is a goal. It is a focus and a sight, and it sits upon this security, comfort. Time to be that for yourself that you have been for others for too long. Time to be that form of security. Time to believe yourself when you tell yourself it'll be all right. I hope that helps. No, Penny, out. Good girl. You too. Thank you. Sorry, the dog was going to eat the cat food. Oh, crap. Where's the cat? Where's the other cat? Oh, she's in the bedroom, I think. Also, where's my cat? You're most welcome. There he is. Speak of the devil. And if he doesn't show up, Newt will. Oh, I like this music. Anyway,
Don't you poop on it.
He's not pooping. He's trying to bury his food so no one eats it. He does it all the time.
Does he?
Yeah. It's because he's a fussy eater. He only eats a little bit and then he comes back and has more. Also, he doesn't like that stuff you got. He likes the pate.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he does. We're all allowed to have preferences. Now, who's next here? Oh, I thought I already did this, didn't I? Did I not do this? Sierra Stone. Is there another one?
They did another one.
Oh, okay. My apologies. Insights into the person who betrayed me.
Whoa!
Blimey.
Get him.
Being an esoteric whistleblower. His thoughts on me and where his future may take him. I hang out in the astral plane and he keeps appearing, so I'd like to know what's up. It's been an intense and slightly irksome energy. Oh, goodness. He's not a magician, is he? He's not one of these forms of magicians who kind of think they're better than witchcraft because they call themselves magicians and wear eyeliner and practice in their mum's basement.
Petrified Pumpkin, you're after Lucky Ducky.
Absolutely not.
Never in the comments.
Just wondering. They annoy me sometimes. They really do. Right. Anyway, let's have a look. Actually, that won't do us. This will. Magicians. Not there's anything against magicians, but you get these people who like practice magic, and they've practiced magic for like, I don't know, 5 years, and they practice high magic, and they've got like all the stuff, and they're like, I don't know how to explain them, but they just think they're really all that, and it's kind of amusing because it's just like, go away, you twat. It's that thing though. It often does that though. It makes them. They've created this pissing contest out of it amongst themselves. It annoys me. Anyways, the coin trick, guys. Now, oh, Chariot is reversed here. All right. The King of Cups here. The Three of Cups reversed. Interesting. For you are here, the King of Cups. The Three of Cups is this in the sense of lost forms of friendship or companionship in this way. The Chariot is reversed, which means things that slow to a pace, forms of being stuck in some regard. Perhaps you see this person because they need help, or they want help, should I say. I am also far too ADHD, not far too, but I'm not really fond of high magic. You can get all the same results without all the faff, to be honest with you. I'm not one for faff. Seven of Cups here. It seems that this person is portraying themselves as something that they're not. You already knew that. What you didn't know is that they're portraying themselves as someone who may be in need for some reason, and yet in truth they really aren't in need in that way. It is more in a way for them personal conquest. They're a bit of an asshole. The Hierophant and the Empress. Two astral forms of power, and yet one takes flight, the other one is bound. Give him a good blast of energy next time you see him. Psychic fire or something like that. That'll do the trick. I don't like running into people in astral form. Well, it's always best, if you can do it, to reverse the astral in a different form, animal or something, whatever your fetch is closest to. These are very nice. Psychic fire. It's a form of psychokinetic fire generated from your own energy, your will and intent. It's just energy. It's energy that kind of sticks and spreads. It debilitates because it feeds on other forms of energy that are not its own, which is yours. Harmless to the self, deadly to others. I invented it myself. Very easy concept to do. I've got a video on my TikTok somewhere. If you go back, you'll find it. Enkalada. The divorce is final. Big smile. Oh, I can't read it now.
Sorry, baby.
Thank you, my love. So now that everything that was hanging over my head is gone in the relationship department, what's on the horizon? Phone card. I don't care. Fantastic. Look at that. There we go. Very Moorish. I like this. You know what? I'm going to keep this facing this way, but we're going to do cards. No, I'm not. I'm going to keep this up, but we're going to do cards. That's right.
All right, I'm going to the tea.
Thank you, my love. Are there any biscuits? Thank you. Right. Fantastic. Right. The Ace of Pentacles. Forms of achievement and abundance that are now yours. Also, financially speaking. Good. Very good. Death. The Death card is great. It is that form of new beginning. the death of an old way of life and the beginning of a new one. The Three of Pentacles, forms of instruction. The Mason, the Holy Man, and the Architect. They are three aspects of the self. They have not been in unison for some time because of this. They are just aspects of us. The Mason is the practical, the one which is us, our mind, and how we logically go about things, yes? The Holy Man is that which is the divine, the spiritual in this sense. And then there is the architect who the one who foresees such things, often things that don't go to plan because they are not practical or they go against the spirit, but yes, chooses those things, the higher self in that sense. Now there is an opportunity for all three of them to work together, for all three of them to go in the same direction and take that journey. For you to be able to not only help yourself, but to help others. How? By manifesting that what you truly want, the life that you truly foresee for yourself, where you can actually visualize happiness. I hope that helps. And congratulations. I know that's a really weird thing to say congratulations about, but clearly you both seem better that way and happy. So, congratulations. Hey, thank you, my love. Oh, I mean, they are sugar-free.
Oh.
Ooh, bloody hell, that's soon. You're welcome. Lady of the Pines, hello there. Things have hit the fan here. Is this house situation going to work out? Or I'll still be going out west? I'm angry and frustrated. I feel blocked by everything I'm trying to get to.
Say hi to Pinky Witch on YouTube.
Hello, Pinky Witch. I did actually see her. And thank you very much for commenting on my voice. I was born with it, you know. I've been looking into it. I just don't know where to go. And also, I'm really busy. Being a witch is honestly like a full-time job. It really is. And people laugh, but it is. Like, to be a witch of good standing, at least, you know, which gets good results and stuff. My goodness. Anyways, let's have a look for you, Lady of the Pines. These aren't the best shortbread, are they?
You don't have sugar in them.
Eh?
They don't have sugar in them.
Yeah. I mean, shortbread is like 50% sugar, so. Oh, thank you very much. That's very sweet of you. All right. Let's, wait. Cards will tell us more.
I'm going to close out at 11.
Yes, my love. I mean, you can close that now if you'd like.
Close out at 11.
Oh, yes. Yes. You know, you were saying earlier that you wanted to show your appreciation for how devilishly handsome I am, but you can't think of anything to get me. I did remember I have something in a card that you may like to get me.
Well, you know, Father's Day is coming up.
Yes. We won't be in the country, though, will we?
Be a nice thing to come back to.
I don't think it will keep in a box, my love.
Better not be a frog.
It's not. I don't want a frog. I want a toad. I'm a toad witch. Anyways. Here, in the sense of where you are, there is this frustration, this anger, this feeling of something slipping out of your hands, Lady of the Pines, and I am sorry. This, if the swords are that of air, and air is that of plans and dreams and such things, I love toads too. Look, I've got a little black toad on my hand. Then this is those which have been lost, cutting certain losses back. However, although you are feeling this, hold hope, because you have every possibility for something. The Wheel of Fortune turns well for you. There is something here to help you. Something is coming. It holds finance. It is very stern in that sense. It is impactful, but it allows you to move. It allows you to take up that and act on that which you want. Hold out hope. It's not over.
Not until the fat lady sings.
Also, I never named my toad.
Oh, I
I
did.
have a habit. What did you call him?
Alfredo.
No, I said my toad, not my penis.
Yeah, your toad.
Did you really? No, you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
No, you didn't. That's a terrible name.
Why?
It's a terrible name.
I named my toad when I was a kid, Alfredo.
You're most welcome.
Yeah.
You didn't have a toad.
I did. I caught a toad in the garden. I had him in Alfredo jars for like 3 days, and I let him loose again.
You've got the weirdest. Do you think toads go back and tell the others they were abducted by aliens?
They put me in a pasta jar.
And put me in this. There were strange markings on this ship. It said Alfredo.
His name was Alfredo.
With pictures of these giant red tomatoes.
Yeah, I saw your pendant on the Discord account, Dracula. That was really cool.
Oh,
The list is still open. We're closing at 11, so you have about 10 minutes.
Nora, YouTube. Hello.
YouTube.
Oh, I feel much more. The restorative powers of a biscuit and tea is remarkable.
Vicky and tea.
Put the list back. Stop messing
Never,
about with
never,
the thing.
never.
You're worse
No.
than Rye when she gets in the car with me. With the radio. I'm like, leave it alone.
I have a family. Oh, I meant to say 11 p.m. 15 more minutes.
You said 11 a.m. Right. Bones, question. How do you go about opening up heart? Not just romantic. Ha ha! Question is it? Well, I'll do the bones first, but I will tell you, you're not going to like it. However, the fact that you ask is already fantastic. I'll show you. So, there is happiness. It is so close to you, you can grasp it. There is opportunity for this happiness, and yet there is a doubt. This may be of what you ask. For there is love, but this love is far. There is success and security within this. Here, strength, forms of money, steady income, something like that comes in. There is communication. There is one person in particular where there is strange things. There's a feeling of pain, and yet there is also this in the way of clarity over what they are or who they are. It is a transition from this pain to this strength to then anxiety. However, ultimately, in order to take control of this and begin healing in some form, that is also one of the reasons, there must be that in the way of the sacrifice. Something here that must be given. Well, I'll tell you about this in a second, actually. I'll tell you about it now. Hang on. Okay, so how do you open the heart? Well, it's not easy. It isn't like a door. When you close the door, you can open it again. However, oops, that's right, I dropped my bone. I got it. However, when it comes to things like the heart, emotions, other things like that, it's more like imagine a submarine door. It's easy to open to get in and out of the damn thing, but before you know it, you're 10 leagues under the sea and there's the weight of the ocean pressing upon it. Why? To keep you safe. And that's the point. If the heart does not open in all aspects, it is because it needs to keep you safe. It believes that this has worked for me so far. You're in a panic room, you see. The thing is, like all panic rooms, soon you'll run out of food, water. You'll re-watch the same DVDs. Your clothes will get smelly. You have to eventually venture back out, be exposed, be where there is risk. It's not about trusting implicitly, never has been. It's been about understanding that pain is allowed, pain is okay. Allow it to pass over you, know that you don't need to hold on to it. There is no lesson to be learned from it. Pain is pain. We learn that early on. I hope that helps. All right. Will you stop messing with it?
All right, my YouTube friends.
Goodbye, everyone on YouTube.
If you want to come over to the TikTok,
We're on the TikTok.
Jamais. Otherwise, we'll see you next week.
If you're French, I apologize. My wife is
Bonsoir.
incredibly insensitive.
Sayonara. See you later. It helped a ton. Goodbye.
Pain is pain. Doesn't matter. Les poissons.
We'll see you later. Goodbye.
She doesn't speak French. She doesn't know what's going on.
Boozy.
Why does my star have 7 points? Good question. It is an Elwynn star, an Elwynn star.